Introduction to networks. Phase 1, IP addressing. Copy this table. Control C. Open a file. Paste. Very nice. Your IP addressing should allocate the minimum number of addresses to support the needs of each LAN. Create the subnets from 152.11.104.0 subnet mask 24. Start from the highest number of hosts, 100. Place here the subnet address 152.11.104.0. The first is 1. The CIDR will be 25 for 100 of hosts. But 25 subnet mask supports 126 IP addresses at the maximum. That supports 100. And decimal is 128. If the first is 1, the last is 126. The broadcast 127. Continue with the second highest number of hosts, and the subnet will be 152.11.104.128. If broadcast of the previous subnet is 127, this network address for the next subnet will be 128. And for 25 hosts, the prefix is 27. That supports 30 hosts. And if the network is 128, the first is 129. This is the subnet mask on decimal. 224 belongs to prefix 27. Very good. And the last host, that 158. The broadcast 159. Okay, remember 128 plus 30, 158. And the next is 10, 152.11.104.160. If this broadcast is 159, this subnet is 160. For 10, the prefix is 28 that supports 14 hosts. That 161 is the first IP. And 160 plus 14 is 174. Okay, so the broadcast is 175. Decimal 255, 255, 255. 28 prefix is 240. Now create two subnets with 172.23.187.64. Subnet mask 182. The subnet address 172.23.187.64. Support 20 hosts. And the prefix will be 27. because this prefix supports 30 hosts. If the network is 64, the first is 65, and 64 plus 30 is the last host, that 94. Broadcast that 95. Subnet mask for 27, 255, 255, 255, 224. The next subnet 172, 23, 187, 96. If this broadcast is 95, this network is 96. Support only 2 hosts, prefix 30, support 2 hosts, first IP, if network is 96, first is 97. Last host 98, the broadcast dot 99. Subnet mask 255, 255, 255, 252. 30. Use the IPv6 global prefix 2001 ACAD 1E86 prefix 48 subnet address A1 to create 64-bit network address. So copy this, add column A1, and now the prefix is 64. And that's it. I have my addressing table. Phase 2 TCP UDP port configuration. Example 10.10 test 1 test 2, where test 1 is on port 55 and test 2 is port 175. The IP address would be 10.10.55.175. Okay, for example, this PC is down here. Click here, desktop, static IP 10.10, telnet 23, DNS 53. Subnet mask, close this. Click here, desktop, IP configuration 10.10, HTTP 80, POP 110, post office protocol. Subnet mask and close this. This is another desktop 10.10.ftp control or command port is 21, and data FTP data is port 20. Subnet mask, then close this. Click here, here SMTP and SSH. The port for SMTP is 25. .SSH 22. Subnet mask, then close. And the last desktop IP 10.10 SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol 161 .tftp, that is 69. subnet mask, then close this. Very good. Host configurations. Configure all workstation with their appropriate IP address, subnet mask default gateway, and DNS server. The default gateway should be the first used address in the IP range. All other addresses are your choice. Okay, and open your table, place it here. This PC, Phoenix LAN 1, click here. Desktop IP configuration. Phoenix LAN 1 is placed on that network. This is Phoenix LAN 1. The first IP is 129, so this should be the default gateway. And choose any other in the rate of 130 and 158. Okay, for example, I will use 131. One 152.11.104.131. Subnet mask 224. 255 to 24. Default gateway I set 152.11.104 and 129, the first IP. And the DNS, here DNS servers for IPv4 140, 198, 814. Very good. Close this. Phoenix LAN 2. This range, this network, desktop IP. The first is 1, and the last is 126. I will use 3. 3, subnet mask 128. First IP for the default gateway, and DNS 140, 198, 814. Close this. Phoenix LAN 3. This, the first is 161. I will use 163. Subnet mask 240. 255, 240. First IP 161. DNS 140, 198, 814. Close this. Bang LAN 1A and Bang LAN 1B. Okay, both on this subnet, Bang LAN 1. The first is 65 and the last 94. I will use 67 and 68. This subnet, the first is 65. I will use, for example, the first IP is 65 and the last is 94. I will use 67 and 72, 23, 187, 67. 172, 23, 187, 67. Subnet mask 224, 255, that 224, 224. default gateway 172.23.187. That the first IP is 65. And don't forget the DNS 140.188.8.14. And that's it. And for VLAN 1B, okay, I will use for this PC I will use 78. I will use 68, 172.23.187, 68. Subnet mask 255, 224, 172.23.187, first IP 65, and don't forget the DNS 140.188.8.14. Very good. VLAN 2 is the link between WAN and core. This subnet. Configure IPv6 link local address of the Chicagoland PC to be FE82. This Chicagoland PC remember belongs to this network Chicagoland. Configure the IP address of this PC. This is the number 2. Okay, 2 should be 2. Okay, access to this PC, Chicagoland 1, desktop, IP configuration. Down here, IPv6 static. Configure this IPv6 2001 ACID 1E 86 column A1. Column any number, for example 2, then prefix 64, link local address should be FE column 2, FE80 column 2, and the default gateway is column 1, FE80 column 1. Here the IPv6 DNS server 2001 4B2E 187 column 1 column 70. And that's it. Devices on Phoenix LAN 2 should be used the Fast Ethernet 00 port on the core router as their default gateway. Okay, on this network, the yellow network, Phoenix LAN 2, the PC was configured with this default gateway 152.11.104.1. But 1 should be Fast Ethernet 00 on core. Remember to configure Fast Ethernet 00 on core as the default gateway of Phoenix LAN 2 and should be the one IP address. Phase 4 cable. Select the proper Ethernet cable. There are very light lines in the diagram to show where the connections should be made. There are 3 places that require crossover cables. Okay. Click here and connections and use straight through. A straight through between a switch and a PC. 7, Fast Ethernet 7 to PC. 15 to PC. 11 to PC. 19 to PC, 0 to PC. Also, the connection from router to switch is a straight-through cable. Fast Ethernet 1 on router, Fast Ethernet 01 on router to 1 on switch. Between two switches, the connection is crossover. Okay, I will do the connection between router and switches. Here, Fast Ethernet 01 on router to 1 on switch. Fast Ethernet 01 on router to 1 on the switch. Okay, here Fast Ethernet 00 on the router to switch 21. Phoenix to router Fast Ethernet 00 to 8 on the switch. The connection to core to Phoenix switch 4, also straight through. Fast Ethernet 00 to 5. Okay, and the connection between two switches uses crossover. One port and another port is also one. And crossover between two routers, Fast Ethernet 00 and Fast Ethernet 1, 01 on core router. And connection between a router and PC, crossover. Fast Ethernet 10. I have three connections using crossover between two switches, between two routers, and between router and PC. But the connection between a switch and a hub also should be crossover. I will use crossover. Here it says 3 places, but in my case, I think should be 4 places. 5 port on the switch and 5 on the hub. Okay, I will review this later if will work with straight through. But theory says use crossover cable between switch and hub. Router configuration. The RIP routing protocol is already configured. Do not erase the router configurations. There is no configuration needed on the hubs or internet clouds. On the core router, the serial 00 interface and the default routes are configured. On Phoenix 2 router, configure SSH version 2 using the username and password. Okay, I will do this later. On core router, the IPv6 link local address is FE80::1. Okay, I will do this later. The following items need to be configured on each router. Okay, all these configurations on each router. Because these configurations are the same for all routers, that they are 4 routers, I will do this on Notepad and paste on the routers. Change the device name to one of the diagram. Okay, set the host name of the router and do it at the end. All passwords should be encrypted. Service password dash encryption. Minimum password length should be 5. Security passwords. Min length 5. Incorrect login attempts should be blocked for 2 minutes if 3 occur within 30 seconds. Login block for 2 minutes 120 seconds. Attempts 3 attempts within 30 seconds. The enable secret password should be set to class. Enable secret class. The message display, this is the banner, and use this message. Case sensitive. Banner, message of the day, authorized users only. Okay, authorized users only. Enter. Each connected Ethernet interface should be configured with IP address, subnet mask, description, and a shutdown command. I will do this later because on each router is different. Let's do this. Line console 0 and BTY line ports. Password Cisco. Line console 0, password Cisco. Set the login command to enable that password. Login. Configure so no connection timeout occurs. Exec timeout 0 minutes 0 seconds. Login synchronous. Login synchronous. Okay, the same configuration but for BTY lines. Line BTY 0 to 15. Password Cisco, login, exit timeout, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, login synchronous. For console and for BTY. Finally, save running configurations in startup config. Okay, do this at the end. Copy this to 4 routers. Okay, Phoenix 1. Enter. Enable configure terminal. Okay, on global configuration mode, paste. Very nice. And hostname phx1, Phoenix 1, phx1. Okay, the name on the diagram. Go to Phoenix 2. Enter enable configure terminal, paste phx2. Bang. enter enable configure terminal, paste bang. Encore, enter enable configure terminal, paste core uppercase. Now, don't forget on Phoenix 2 router configure SSH version 2 using any username and password. Okay, access Phoenix 2. First of all, set the host name. Now set the domain. IP domain name CCNA lab, for example.com. Create a username, for example, admin, secret password, and simple password, for example, admin pass. Generate the key, crypto key, generate RSA, modulus 1024 for SSH version 2. And access the BTY line BTY 0 to 15. And set only use SSH, transport input SSH. Use the local database for the username and password, login local. To use this username and password. Then exit and set IP SSH version 2. Okay, by default is version 1.99, set version 2. Each connected Ethernet interface should be configured. IP address, subnet mask, description, and not shutdown. Phoenix 1, fast Ethernet 01. Interface fast Ethernet 01, IP address. The first IP on Phoenix LAN 1. The first IP on Phoenix LAN 1. First IP on Phoenix LAN 1 is 152.11.104.129. 152.11.104.129. Subnet mask 224. 224. Description Phoenix LAN 1. Enter, not shutdown. Now access the another interface fast Ethernet 00. And set an IP address in this range on the yellow network, that is Phoenix LAN 2. Phoenix LAN 2 is this. The first host is reserved for fast Ethernet 00 on core, so you can use 2. You can use 2. Okay. IP address 152.11.104.2 and subnet mask 128. 128. Description Phoenix LAN 2. Not shut down. Now configure Phoenix 2. Fast Ethernet 01 interface, Fast Ethernet 01 IP address 152.11.104 dot Phoenix LAN 3 first IP. Phoenix LAN 3 first IP 161 and subnet mask 240. 161 subnet mask 240. 255, 255, 255, 240. Description Phoenix LAN 3. Let's shut down. Fast Ethernet 00. The IP address, this Fast Ethernet 00 is in the Phoenix LAN 2 network. First IP should be configured on core, Fast Ethernet 00. Second IP was configured on Phoenix 1, Fast Ethernet 002. You can configure the third IP on Fast Ethernet 00 on Phoenix 2, the third IP. So the third IP on Phoenix LAN 2, the third IP, the first is .1, the second is .2, the third IP is .3. With access to Phoenix LAN 2 PC, and this PC uses 3. Change to 4 because I will configure Fast Ethernet 00 Phoenix 2 with 3. Okay. 152.11.104.3 and subnet mask for Phoenix LAN 2 is 128. That 3 128. Enter. Description Phoenix LAN 2 no shutdown. Okay, I feel better. Okay, configure Fast Ethernet 01 on BAN and belongs to BAN LAN 1. BAN LAN 1 uses this IP address 172.23.187.64 network, but the first IP is 65. Subnet mask 224. So configure Fast Ethernet 01 for BAN. Interface Fast Ethernet 01 IP address 172.23.187.65. Okay, 65 to 24. Space 255 to 55 to 55 to 24. Description BAN LAN 1. BAN LAN 1. Okay, only description, then no shutdown. Now configure Fast Ethernet 00. Place it on network BAN LAN 2. This network BAN LAN 2 172.23.87. There is only 2 IP addresses, 97 and 98. 2 users for this link. You can use BAN Fast Ethernet 00 with 98 and Fast Ethernet 01 on core 97. I will use 98 subnet mask 252. Okay, Fast Ethernet 00 IP address 172.23.87 98 252. Description BAN LAN 2 no shutdown. Now configure core Fast Ethernet 00 on core belongs to Phoenix LAN 2. Phoenix LAN 2 uses the first IP 1, 152.11.104.1. Access core interface Fast Ethernet 00 IP address 152.11.104.1 255.255.255 dot Phoenix LAN 2 128 enter description Phoenix LAN 2 now shutdown. Configure Fast Ethernet 01 the IP address for LAN 2 use 97.252 for the subnet mask. But it's a different IP address 172.23.187. IP address 172.23.187 97 and 252 for subnet mask 252. Description is LAN 2 no shutdown. And Fast Ethernet 10 Fast Ethernet 10. This is an Chicago LAN 1. This network use this IP, the first for the router IPv6 address 2001 ACAD 1E 86 A1 colon 1 prefix 64. Okay, 2001 ACAD 1E 86 A1. The first IP 164, and it says to use FE80 colon 1 for link local. And go to instructions and confirm that IPv6 FE80 colon 1. Very nice. Description CHG LAN-1 no shutdown. Save configurations on startup config. Phoenix LAN 1 and copy running config to startup config. Enter. Phoenix LAN 2 and copy running config to startup config. Bang and copy running config to startup config. Core and copy running config to startup config. Switch configuration. The following items need to be configured on each switch. Okay, use this notepad. Copy this down here. Change the device name. Okay, use this command. All passwords should be configured, should be encrypted. This service password encryption. Enable secret is this So remove these two. Okay. Service password encryption. Enable secret. This message display, the banner is this. The management interface VLAN 1 should be configured with IP address description, no shutdown command, and default gateway. So this is different. I will do it later. Line console and VTY password, password Cisco. Okay, password Cisco for console. Login command, login, no timeout, use this. And login synchronous, use this. The same configurations for VTY lines. And set the host name at the end. So copy this to all switches, but copy on global configuration mode. Phoenix switch 1, enter, enable, configure terminal, paste. Host name, Phoenix switch 1. Phoenix switch 2. Enable, configure terminal, paste. Phoenix switch 2. Phoenix switch 3, the same process. Enter, enable, configure terminal, paste. Phoenix switch 3. Bound switch 1. Enter, enable, configure terminal, paste. Bound switch 1. The same name as the diagram. Phoenix switch 4. Don't forget that. Don't forget that switch. Enable, configure terminal, paste. Phoenix switch 4. Enter. Now, management interface VLAN 1 should be configured. IP address, subnet mask, description, not shutdown, and also configure a default gateway. You need the addressing table. Phoenix switch 1 is placed on Phoenix LAN 1. Okay, you can use the last IP for switches. For example, Phoenix LAN 1 network. Phoenix LAN 1 network. Last IP 158. Interface VLAN 1, IP address 152.11.104. The last 158. 158, subnet mask 224. Description, Phoenix LAN 1. No shutdown. And the default gateway exit, the default gateway is the first 129. IP default gateway 152.11.104.129. Phoenix switch 2. Interface VLAN 1 IP address. Phoenix switch 2 is placed on Phoenix LAN 2 on this. Use the last 126 subnet mask 128. One 152.11.104, 126 subnet mask 128, 128. description, Phoenix LAN 2. Phoenix LAN 2. Now shut down. Exit IP default gateway 152.11.104. First IP 1. That's it. Enter. Phoenix switch 3. Place it on Phoenix LAN 3 here. Use the last IP 174, subnet mask 240. Interface VLAN 1 IP address 152.11.104, 174, 255, 255, 255, 240. Description, Phoenix LAN 3. Now shut down. Exit IP default gateway 152.11.104. First IP 161. 161 on Phoenix LAN 3. Phoenix switch 4. Place it on Phoenix LAN 2. Phoenix LAN 2. The last host is 126, but was assigned to Phoenix switch 2, so use 125, subnet mask 128. The face VLAN 1 IP address 152.11.104 and 125, subnet mask 128. Description, Phoenix LAN 2. Now shut down. Exit IP default gateway 152.11.104. 1. Okay, the first IP is 1. Band switch 1. Interface VLAN 1 IP address. This switch is placed on band LAN 1 network, this network. Use the last IP 94. Use this IP 172.23.187, 94, subnet mask 224. One 172.23.187. Last 94, 255, 255, 255, 224. Description, band LAN 1. Now shut down. Exit IP default gateway 172.23.187. The first IP 65. Ready. Check results. Chicago LAN 1 default gateway on IPv6. Okay, close this. Chicago LAN 1 default gateway on IPv6. Maybe the default gateway should be the global unicast of the FastEthernet 1.0 on core router, not the link local. Maybe the global unicast. So copy this, paste here, and use 1. Okay, this is the default gateway. and now 100%. Thank you.